Have you been working out like crazy, but just aren't seeing the results? Chances are your nutrition is lacking and you're not eating correctly for your body type and activity needs. Don't worry, because today we're going to talk a bit about how you can begin to change this. So let's get started. Hey guys, thank you for joining me. I'm Tiffany from myPerfectCurl, and today we're going to talk about how contouring your diet for your body type can lead to improved results. Now, I'm not talking about people who aren't already tracking diet. Remember, baby steps. So this is more for those who think they're eating healthily, working out, but aren't getting to where they want. In my Ultimate Nutrition Basics Guide video, I gave an example of if your body is sensitive to changes in diet and gains weight easily, you might need to adjust your macro ratio to account for that. Your body type can play a huge role in how you gain or lose weight. And if you aren't taking that into account, it can be frustrating and also discourage program adherence. The three body types I will be talking about are ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. The theories originally associated with these terms have been negated for decades, but the concept behind why these body types respond the way they do to nutrition resonates with me, and I consider this information to be one more tool in the toolbox to fix your health. But first, I'd like to go into a concept that is important in this discussion: the impact that nature versus nurture has on your health. Nature is what you were born with, your genetics. Previously thought to be the most important factor in health, we now know that nature accounts for about 16% of your health. This means that 84% of your health outcome is a result of access to medical care, your environment, and lifestyle choices, or simply grouped under nurture. The days of being able to excuse your situation because of your genes are over. You are in control of your life and have the ability to not only decide how you want to live, but also act upon it. The best way to go about this is to become more educated so that you can make better decisions. So let's get to learning. Type 1, ectomorph. Before I get into the specifics of this body type, in my Ultimate Nutrition Basics Guide video and article, I stated to start your nutrition journey with macro ratios of 45 to 65% carbs, 10 to 35% protein, and 20 to 35% fat. To take this a step further, you can tailor your diet to your body type needs. If you're having trouble getting to the weight that you want, this is the perfect next step to take so that you bring more science into your health. Ectomorph is the body type that I belong to. Luckily, as I've gotten older and my metabolism has slowed down, I have gotten some nice curves. But when I was younger, I was skinny shamed. Yes. People made fun of my small, awkward, bony frame. I remember telling some kids at school I used to model, and one guy said, "Yeah, you know that skeleton in science class?" Funny. Real funny. It didn't matter how much I ate, I never gained weight. When I started working out more, I definitely got more muscle definition, but my body type, plus the fact that I'm female, has caused my body to remain lean, which I'm totally okay with. Ectomorphs are generally thin, with smaller bone structure and higher metabolism. However, we usually have more body fat than it seems. The term skinny fat comes to mind. If I wanted to put on muscle, I would have to eat and work out appropriately for that result, but my diet would be slightly different than someone who puts on muscle easily wanting to build. That is not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about how to eat right for this body type's general health. If you are this body type, it could be tempting to just eat whatever because your body's metabolism can handle it. Guilty! But in the long run, you're not setting yourself up with good dietary habits, and an unhealthy diet does eventually take its toll on your body. The recommended starting macro ratio is 55% carbs, 25% protein, and 20% fat. If you're at the point where you are looking at ratios, you should already be tracking what you're eating in an app or website designed for that. It should be very easy to compare what your normal diet is to what a better ratio would be. One of the side effects of not eating enough carbs in this body type is feeling very tired. So eating enough of the right type of carbs like whole grains, beans, and sweet potatoes is best. Again, if you're trying to put on muscle, your eating pattern and caloric consumption will need to be adjusted. But this is a great place to start. Having a higher metabolism can hide the fact that an ectomorph may be unhealthy. Being thin will not exempt you from having health risks, so eating a balanced diet for your body type and exercising is the best way to secure a better quality of life as you age. Type 2, endomorph. This body type is the other end of the spectrum, as they usually have bigger bones and a naturally higher percentage of body fat. This is because they have a slower metabolism and are sensitive to a higher amount of carbs, thus making weight gain easy. A simple way to think about an endomorph diet is to think of the paleo diet, which, if nothing else, when you think about that, you think no grains. The premise of paleo is to eat like our ancestors did, which would exclude grains and other processed foods like refined sugar. Also, beans or legumes are not allowed because they contain lectins, which are considered to be inflammatory to the GI tract. I do have a client who eats a lot of legumes and has had success losing weight. Beans are nutrient dense and many people tolerate them very well, so you do have to adjust your diet to what works for you. The macro ratio for this body type is 30% carbs, 35% protein, and 35% fat. You can easily see there are much less carbs being consumed, and the rest of the diet is made up with more protein and fat. Of course, you want to keep eating in a healthy way and incorporate healthy fats like avocado and real olive oil. Losing weight can be easier if a diet plan is created and adhered to consistently. If you have this body type and think that you can do cheat days, good luck with that. You must pay close attention to what you're eating and stick to the macro ratio for the best results. As with any dietary change, it takes time to work, so be patient. If you don't see weight loss after 2 weeks, you may need to get the help of a registered dietitian to further modify your diet to your needs. The reason why it is important to lose weight is if you are overweight or obese is because there are health risks associated with carrying excess weight. Behavior change can be hard, and it takes work to stick to the plan. There are so many factors that can affect success. It is no wonder that people have trouble losing weight. If you find yourself in this situation, there are resources that can help you get on the right track. It just takes you making the first step to ask for it. Type 3, the mesomorph. The final body type is people who put on muscle easily and naturally have a lower body fat percentage. Think of people who are naturally athletic and strong. I have a friend who I've known for at least 20 years. She has always been thin, but what makes her body type different than mine is that she has always been very muscular. We're talking guns with veins popping out. Without even going to the gym, her body is sick. The diet for this body type is the most balanced out of all of them, with the ratio being 40% carbs, 30% protein, and 30% fat. Just like ectomorphs, although their body won't reflect poor eating habits immediately, it will eventually catch up in the form of higher body fat and possibly chronic illness. Putting in the effort now to better understand portion sizes and how to select healthier options will only serve to benefit you in the long run. Again, this information may be a little involved, but if you really want to tailor your diet to work with your body type and goals, you have to be more involved with what you eat. Eating within these ratios, plus being active, will help keep you close to what your ideal body weight is for your body type. Let's face it, we are all busy, and some people may not have the time to dedicate to sorting through all this information, planning, and cooking every meal. There are plenty of food delivery services available to get you on track, and you can always seek out the help of a registered dietitian to assist you with creating a meal plan. If you just feel stuck with starting the process, a health coach can work with you to help make that change happen. I hope that this insight has been helpful, and if so, please like this video. Also, please make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Peace.